So when we issue a P&ID, we are already including different P&ID types. Each type serves a specific purpose. So what are the types of the P&ID? The types are mainly one, the legend P&IDs. We have also typical details P&IDs. We have talked about typical details when we have covered the instrument and motor details. The main P&IDs, which include the main equipment and the main flow of the fluid. Then we have the distribution P&IDs. Then we have the tie-in P&IDs and the package P&ID. So let's start talking about each one. In the legend P&IDs, we show each symbol used in the P&ID. By understanding the P&ID legend, engineers can understand and interpret the information on the diagram accurately and quickly. So, for example, in a legend P&ID, we shall show the symbol used for the equipment used in the project. So it shall be a symbol for pumps, compressors, heat exchanger types, etc. When we talk about valves, a legend P&ID shall show the valve types, such as a ball valve, a gate valve, and so on. If the valve is normally open, it can be drawn this way. If it is normally closed, it can be drawn this way. When we talk about instruments and signals, a P&ID shows the symbol for each type as well. This is usually following the ISA symbology. We have gone through instruments and signal types in the instrument details section, so you can recheck them if you like. The symbols used in the P&ID legend may vary depending on the company standards. That's why it happens that we see P&IDs following different symbologies. In addition to symbols, a legend P&ID is expected to show abbreviations used in the P&IDs. One example of these abbreviations is applying them to instruments and control functions. We have seen how this works in a previous video. However, the abbreviation methodology itself may vary from one company to another. For example, some may call a flow control valve FV, others may call it FCV. That's why the table of abbreviations is sometimes shown on legend P&IDs. For fittings and connections, this can be a spectacle blind, a strainer, or a removable spool. This shall be a flanged connection or a hose connection. We also show the line number format in the legend P&IDs. We have shown an example of how this format works in a previous video. You can check it if you like. But I want here to shed the light on the fluid code, also known as commodity code. Each type of fluid has its code. So if we have cooling water flowing in the line, it shall have a specific code. If the fluid is a hydrocarbon liquid or a hydrocarbon vapor, fuel oil, gas oil, steam, hot oil, instrument air, whatever the type is, each fluid from these shall have a different fluid code. There are other abbreviations such as the fail action. Whether it fails open, it shall be FO. Fail closed, it shall be FC. If the valve is locked open or closed, it shall be LO or LC. For a full bore valve, we usually add it as FB. These are minimum examples of the details a legend P&ID typically shows. It can contain much more information. This mainly depends on the system followed for the P&ID preparation, which is usually specific for each company or project.